I'm joined by Emil and George here from Grenada World Rugby 7s. I mean, what a tournament it's going to be this December.
Yes, we're very excited to be putting on the Grenada Rugby World 7s. First time that we're moving the event there. It used to be in Trinidad, moved to Tobago, Barbados in 2016, and COVID put paid to that. Now we're opening for the first time in Grenada.
And you're the biggest competition in your region as well.
Well, the longest running, not necessarily the biggest. It's around for over 35 years now. The fact that it's not in the original location is beside the point.
It's great that it's almost a touring competition around that region as well. It helps build that legacy behind it.
That's correct, and essentially it's a sports tourism event, so it's not focused on a particular sport, a particular country. We can take the tournament anywhere, and that's what we're proving now with Grenada.
And that's the important thing you mentioned there, George. I'm going to pass it over to Emil for this one. It's not just a sporting competition, is it? It's a sporting tourism competition.
Of course, absolutely.
And that's because, I mean, what can we say about Grenada? It's
Grenada
amazing.
is just that gem in the Caribbean. I always tell people Grenada is a package deal. It's not just Grenada, it's Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So when you come there, you get the Isle of Spice and you get 3 islands.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Talk us through exactly what we can find in Grenada. What are those hidden gems?
Well, what can't you find? That's the question. Because, one, we are the world's first culinary capital, so we actually have that award. I always tell people Grenada has the keys to unlock any palate in the world. So, you like seafood?
Yeah, I love seafood.
Exactly, so we're right up your alley. Not to mention that we have 6 chocolate factories.
Wow.
I say we are the rum destination because we have 4 rum factories. Actually, one of those rum factories has the oldest water wheel in the Western Hemisphere to date.
Wow, and this is the thing, it's not just the food there, it's the adventure that's there to be found.
The adventure and the people. The thing is, we have granite and rainforest, and it's amazing. You can go look for trails, you can hike up Mount Pakwa, you can explore the waterfalls, you can go to the underwater sculpture park. Yeah,
amazing.
You can do a set of things. We have it all.
So it's not just a tournament, it's a whole holiday in a way.
It's a whole holiday. So we're sea, sand and sun and more. That's how I describe it.
And that more being ever so much more, George, as well. So what makes not only the location, but what makes your tournament completely unique?
Well, one of the major things is that we're offering more prize money for the women's competition than we are the men, double in fact.
Wow, so is that an area that you're looking to grow for your competition?
Oh, definitely. Women's rugby is the fastest growing sport in the world, on sector of our game, but also sport in the world. And as we see now with the growth of women's college rugby in the States, the professionalization of the women's sport in Europe and in the UK, it's a sector that was obviously a good area for us to focus on, and we believe that where women go, the families will go, and obviously the men will go as well.
And this is the thing, your tournament that you got together, some massive names of clubs that are taking part already from countries all over.
That's correct. We have some returning teams from the UK, Rugby Across, Ponty Butchers, Apache 7s signed up for the first time, Border Reavers, the original creators of the game. Amazing. And we have some top teams out of the US as well. Every year that we've had the event in Barbados, one of the players, at least one, has ended up in the USA Eagles Women's.
And if we're a team here today, we're interested, we're already sold by the messages that you two have given us here. How can we get involved? How can we book our tickets? How can we book our place on that plane to Grenada?
Well, the first thing you do is you pay your entry fee. Right now it's £335. With that, each team that registers gets the use of a complimentary 5-seater vehicle for 3 days. We've went to a bunch of hotels and got different package rates from them. We're working with British Airways and the Grenada Tourism Association to put together holiday packages and reasonable flight packages as well. So we want to make sure that the teams can get from the UK to Grenada in one shot at the best possible rate.
This is amazing. This is something that I've not really heard of being done before in the package in this way. I mean, this must be incredible for you, Emil, to bring people into the country like that.
Of course, and I'm welcoming each and every one of those players, their families, their friends, any associates they want to bring as well. Yeah, it's a really good thing for Grenada. One of the things we're doing just beyond the sea, sand, and sun scope, and we're a beautiful destination, but we're trying to realign Grenada a little bit and broaden the scope of what we do as a sports tourism destination. So that's hence the reason why we're hosting this tournament.
And I mean, this is it. You guys have so much good sport happening around there as well in that region of
course.
the world, so it just makes sense in a way, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So finally, guys, give us one final parting message to us. What could we expect to see? What is in store for us at the Grenada World Rugby Sevens?
Well, in addition to the event, which will be taking place at the National Cricket Stadium, so a lovely facility.
Beautiful. It's massive. If you haven't seen it, honestly, look it up.
Around the stadium, we will have an arts and crafts village, so you get your traditional foods, you'll get to buy traditional crafts. So we brought the culture to the participants, so they don't have to go looking for it. We're going to have a number of events alongside that: carol singing competition, a charity golf tournament. I was speaking with the Emil's boss earlier this week, and they're planning to put on an island tour for the teams that come in, so they can get to experience it in a realistic and holistic manner, and not just come to a rugby tournament. You've all been to tournaments where all you see is the hotel, the training pitch, and the field. You want to make sure that when they come, they get to experience true Grenada, pure Grenada, and then play in a pure sevens tournament.